Before starting your first exercise program, there are a few concepts to go through that are very important for you to understand. Because once you understand these, then you'll be able to apply them to any exercise program that you're doing in the future, no matter how easy or hard it is. So for strength training programs, the very first thing is overload. In order to get stronger and to make your muscle grow, you have to create overload in it. And like I talked about before, this is done by either increasing the resistance or increasing the number of reps that you're doing. So if we're in a kneeling push-up position again, that's if we're on our knees where we're lifting about 40% of our body weight, okay? And that's going to be hard enough for some people, but eventually that's going to become too easy. So once we get to say 12 or 15 repetitions of kneeling push-ups, then we may want to switch to push-ups from our feet, okay? Where we're lifting 70% of our body. And in terms of a body weight exercise, that's how we increase the difficulty of a body weight exercise if we're not lifting any actual weights. Because with weights, it's really easy. You just increase the weight, okay? And that brings us into the next concept that's really important, which is doing the exercise with proper form. So once you understand how to do, or as long as you're doing the exercise with proper form, then you're going to target the intended muscles of an exercise. So if we go back to the push-up again, okay? I'm in the exact right position because my hands are directly beneath my shoulders, okay? My shoulders are out over top of my fingers, and when I push up, I have to load my chest muscle to do the push-up properly, and I have to load my tricep, okay, which are the two main muscles that we're trying to target during a push-up. Now, one of the really common mistakes that I see as an example of incorrect form for the push-up is people going down for a push-up like this and then getting too tired and pushing themselves up like this and then shrugging as they come up, okay? And by shrugging like this, what that does is it, instead of loading our chest and our triceps to total fatigue like we're trying to do, we're actually loading our trap muscles instead, which can lead to neck and shoulder injuries. Okay, and that brings us into the sort of the third concept, and that is training movements instead of muscle groups. So we're training, when you're doing a push-up, you're training your chest and your tricep, yes, but you're really training the pushing movement. Now what's important is that you understand how to do the pushing movement properly, so that if there comes a time when you want to do a different exercise than a push-up, if you understand how to do that movement properly, then it can transfer into other pushing exercises like dumbbell, chest press, bench press, push-ups on a medicine ball or stability ball, any type of a pushing motion, okay? By focusing on the movement first and using the proper form, it allows you to create overload in the muscle, which will stimulate it to grow even more. As well, it helps you lay the foundation to help do all more challenging and more compound exercises properly as you become a more advanced exerciser.